Viewers, welcome to Interview with Stephen Arwin. Today's on Interview with Stephen Arwin, we'll be looking at the roadmap for graduating with first class from the Nigerian Law School. And my guest is Rose Kame Olde. She is a legal practitioner, an entrepreneur, and a world spoken artist. She has graduated with first class from the Nigerian Law School. Rose Kame, welcome to Interview with Stevie Arwin. It's a pleasure to have you join me on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm actually elated to be here too.
Oh, okay. It's nice to know. Now, let's get started. You graduated with first class from Nigerian Law School. Can you, in practical
Yeah.
terms, share with us how you made such uncommon achievement?
Okay. The keyword you said practical terms, so I'll try as possible to be as practical as ever.
Okay.
So basically I would say faith, God, friendship, determination, and diligence. And then I would quickly just briefly talk about all of these things. Okay, God factor. Let me say, okay, I'll start with okay, the God factor from the beginning. When I got admission to Nigerian Law School, I started praying. I was like, God, I needed help, and all of that. Then I got to school and I asked God. I specifically asked God, I want the right friends. I want to be around the right set of people. And I made up my mind when I was doing to school. I said, all of those people that had first class from their university, like those would be my friends. When I got there, it didn't happen like that. But I had people that were so driven. My God, like the way and manner in which God orchestrated the whole thing was just amazing. And I met these people, they were nice, like all through our stay law school, we didn't have a clash. And there were so many things I wouldn't have read. I looked at this and I'm like, this is not so important. This is not so it. This is not, they don't ask, this is not a recurring topic or anything. And then my friends are like, let's just learn this, let's just learn that. So a lot of times those friendships help a lot. And then I'll talk about the diligence because Nigerian law school they give tax every day, it's like assignment every single day. And it's a lot because you have to read what you studied, what you just learned in class. The on that particular day, that's the on that day, then you have to study, read the topic for the next day, and then answer the task. And law questions are not like nobody's going to ask you what if this, what if that. They are always like problem questions that they're giving you a scenario. So you have to understand the topic and be able to pick out and all. So I was very diligent. God
Oh,
knows I was. Every single task I follow through, every single task. Try to read the topic, understand it, and then of course attempt the task. And those were like the places where the exam questions come from. And then they talk about faith. Faith. So it got to a point in my stay in Nigerian law school that it was overwhelming. Like I feel like if you've not been to the law school, everything anybody's saying seems like they're just saying something, but it was really overwhelming. The pressure was so much. The work was incredible. Like it's too much. It's bulky. It's a lot of work. So I started studying, and I get at the point I started suffering from like almost depression. I was feeling so sad, weak, and all. So at that moment, somebody introduced me to a preacher, Pastor Tara from the Standing Church. You can check it out and all of that. And then they were talking about so that was when I listened to him, my faith began to build up. Like at a point when I finished from Nigerian law school, my father would be like, don't worry, if you have a 2-1, that's fine. And I'm like, I can't even relate because the faith, the kind of things that have entered into my head is like I see that we are excellent. Like I'm not reading to be excellent. I have the spirit of excellence in me. I'm already excellent. All I'm reading is to manifest the spirit. And the God factor because of course prayers. Like when I started listening to Pastor Tara, I also built up a prayer habit. Like every morning, once I'm closing my book by 6 a.m., I'm going to one. I found one corner in Nigerian law school and I just go there and I pray and I make declarations. Like I didn't know that God is so interested in our academics that you can go and be praying 1 hour and the only thing you are praying about is academics until I started listening to Pastor Tara. And I did that. Like I deliberately all the time I'll go. I'm not praying for righteousness. I'm not praying for holiness. I'm spending that time to deliberately pray for my academics. If I'm reading the Bible, I'm relating to my academics. So I was very, very intentional. It was an intentional act, and God was faithful. So
oh, oh,
basically, that's in
oh,
summary.
okay. Now I'm going to pick you up on diligence. When you were sharing with us how you made this uncommon academic feat, you mentioned diligence, but I'm going to pick you up on that now. But before I pick you up on that, do you think a first class degree is a master key to the success in one's life?
So I think generally the key to success in life is excellence. Excellence at whatever you do. So like first class, people celebrate first class a lot because it's a proof of excellence in one aspect of life, something visible that you can see and all of that. But the key to success in life is excellence. Like I know of first class graduates that are cab drivers around, and I'm not even trying to shade cab or anything, but I'm like, there's you. The expectation is high. Oh, this person is graduating first class, they should be here and all of that. But they are look where they are at. So it's excellence, like giving excellence to every bit of every aspect of your life, everywhere you are. If you're a photographer, if you're anything, the key to success in life is putting in excellence and the work, and of course, favor.
And is not okay, that's it's not largely or necessary a first class degree, right?
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no, no. It's not.
Now
It's just
there is this popular opinion that graduating with first class requires, you know, dedication, diligence, and consistency. That you must decide within yourself to do so. Now, arguably, there are some people who, buckle down, bent midnight, oiled, and they were very serious with their academics, but they didn't graduate with first class. Now, would it be right to say that graduating with first class largely involves luck?
okay. Let me take you up on that. For me, I don't actually generally believe in luck. Maybe because what has been working for me all my life has just been favor. I call it favor. I call it like deliberate. And favor, have obtaining favor is actually a mercy from God, but it's also deliberate. Like I feel like people work hard in school, just like two people can work hard even in life. Like poor people work harder than a lot of rich people, but they don't have what they don't see the result that rich people have. So basically, what differentiates the whole thing, in my opinion, is how deliberate your work is. Like success in anything is something that has to be deliberately built. Now, I know of people that work hard, like you said, and then probably on the exam day, you don't write fast, you're not fast enough you don't write fast, so you're not able to catch up. You can't excel in that exam. Or you have issues, you are reading, you've read, but you have issues with self-confidence, you are doubtful, you see a question. Because like before my exams, I told my roommates, I tell myself all the time, I say, whatever I write, whatever I think is the answer, is the answer. So I was that confident, and that is one thing, one key to succeeding. Like that, you have that confidence. You know, you're already defeated in your mind when you when you're already defeated in your mind, you cannot defeat any other thing. So that sort of, oh, I don't, maybe came from what I didn't read or anything, like it wasn't there for me and I don't believe in it. I feel like if you are going for an exam, so all of those extraneous factors like sickness too, all of those things I feel are what people affect people that work hard and they don't see that. But it's deliberate. It's really, really a deliberate act. You say, I'm graduating, I'm going to get a first class in school. You listen to things that are positive minded. Listen to things that will propel you, that would ask people for advice, that will guide you. It has to be really, really, really deliberate. And then faith. You have faith, and then you. So for me, I believe that people, like you said, people work hard for this. They put in consistency, they put in their all, and they don't get it. They work hard and they don't get it. But that's the difference between doing something with knowledge and doing something without knowledge. So for me, that's like the dividing mark. That's the benchmark. Everything has to be
So
diligent.
now, some people might perceive that students who want to say in their academic should avoid of social media. So then social media is a great distraction. Do you share that opinion?
I believe that distraction comes in different forms for different people. Like some persons are distracted by social media. Some persons a source of income. To others, it may even be a source of encouragement and motivation. Oh, I go to social media. I spent 10 minutes and I got to see this person, and I'm like, oh, I can do it. And then there are those that, of course, it distracts. But in 40 minutes, they're on social media, 1 hour, 2 hours, and then achieves nothing. And then there are some that use it as a means of stress relief and all. So basically, I feel like avoiding distraction, like I'm saying about determination, diligence, and all. You can't be determined to achieve something and diligent, and then also carry on distractions and you get there. Like distraction is like the is the opposite. It's like the what hampers your results. Like it doesn't, you can't get there, you can't get to where you're going to when you're so distracted and all. So basic fact is I don't even want to pick up social media as the only thing. Like generally it is important to avoid distraction, even from friends. People don't do social media, but they go about gisting, go about watching movies and all of that. So but it is, if social media is a distraction to you and you're not achieving anything, it's important to let it go. But for me personally, I use just through social media platform Telegram that I got all of those messages and I got all of those motivations and all of that. And then sometimes I use the social media platform to look at people's life, to go to YouTube and listen to videos like this. That's persons talking about their testimony, sharing about how they succeeded, and then I feel encouraged. And also it depends on what you use social media for. But basically, avoiding distraction is you can't even negotiate that if you want to actually achieve what you want to achieve as a student.
Do eating well and proper exercise routine play an important role or essential role in academic success?
You must be healthy to succeed. They say health is
Okay.
wealth. So for to succeed, you must be healthy. Anything that must be done, like eat properly, but don't eat too much so you don't get too heavy, and sleep and sleep and sleep. Then of course, exercise, everything. Like it's, you need to be well, like because you can, when you fall sick there's nothing. But I believe it work, it does contribute a lot. It does contribute to eat well, eat healthy, eat a lot of, take a lot of fruits and all of those things that would help you keep fit. You don't stay hungry, you stay well, you don't fall sick, and at the same time you don't get too heavy and then sleep off, and then
Okay.
still no
Fine.
effort becomes futile.
Finally, what's your advice for first year student in the university?
I would say be deliberate. Be deliberate. Anything you know, you don't stumble upon success. The only thing you stumble upon in life is failure. You have to be deliberate about everything you want. Oh, I want a first class. I want to be the best student. I want something. Be deliberate. Get the right friends. Like I said, friendship, very, very important. Get the right friends, people that will push you, people that you can emulate, whose lifestyle you can emulate, and all of that. Then, of course, listen to the right things. If you can also go and follow the Standing Church. Pastor Tara has a very nice, nice messages all on academic success. So listen to the right people. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in your intelligence. Be confident in your ability. Don't let people saying, "Oh, you are wrong," get to you, because whatever you know, like you have the spirit of excellence in you. It's already in you. You are not trying to prove anybody that you are success or you are excellent. Like that's who you are. That's who you are already. So the only thing you are reading to do is to manifest it. Then of course be diligent. Like follow up on every part of your work. Be diligent. Be diligent. And then God, trust God, pray about your academic. Don't let anybody tell you that don't pray about material things. A lie. If you want something, they said Bible says you receive not because you ask not. So deliberately pray about it. It's a deliberate thing. Everything. Use every means you can. By all means you can deliberately pray for your academic success and work towards getting it.
Roskame
Then relax too.
Ode.
Relax. Don't be too everywhere. Relax.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Roskame Ode, I'm afraid this is where we have to take a wrap on the interview session. I must say it is a pleasure to have you join me
Yeah.
on Interview with Stephen. Thanks for being on Interview with Stephen Ahwin.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
It's
I
nice. It's nice.
appreciate it, and I wish everybody the best. Thank
Thank you. Thank